Ever been crushed under so much debt that you just didn't know what to do? Ever wondered about just how different your life would be if you didn't owe a huge chunk of your money to someone at the start of every month? Well, if you did, then you're in the right place. In today's video, we're going to teach you how to get out of debt and how to stay out. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. All right, let's dive right in. First of all, and the most important step to getting out of debt and staying out of debt is to make a budget. Getting out of debt starts with creating a budget. A zero-based budget, where every dollar is allocated, is a solid plan to manage your paycheck. It's like a health check for your finances, revealing where you spend and where you can cut back to tackle debt faster. Remember, a budget isn't punishment. It's a tailored organization for your money. It not only lets you decide how to spend, but also helps you find extra money. There's so many apps and other tools out there that could help you budget. Make sure you find the right one that could help you out. If you have a budget hack, leave it in the comments section below this video. If you are a bit more old school, you can always just use a good old Excel spreadsheet to figure out your finances. Sometimes simple is best. But the point is, track your finances. When you know exactly where your money is going, that's when you know where to cut. For example, let's say you eat out for lunch and spend $20 every day. Now this might not sound like a lot, but that's $100 a week and $400 a month. Instead, if you make your own lunch, this money could be put towards paying off debt, and the faster you pay your debt off, the lower the interest you pay on it. We're going to talk about this in more detail later on in the video, so make sure to keep watching. The next thing you can do is to start a side hustle or your own business. You can try to tackle your debt and ramp up your income by either starting a side hustle or starting your own small business. For example, if you're a talented artist, you could always start selling some art on the side. Or maybe your friends rave about your baking skills, so you can start selling your cookies at a farmer's market on the weekends. Not only will this help you uncover a new career path, helping you do something that you love, but it will also help you pay down your debt. And since you're already used to living on your main source of income, you can dedicate this new source of income solely to paying off debt. Remember, and I can't stress this enough, the earlier you pay off your debt, the less interest you'll end up paying someone else. And that means more money in your pocket. However, if you just don't have a knack for business, then there's another solution. Get a part-time job. Taking on a part-time job alongside your main source of income can be a game changer when it comes to reducing debt. Here's how. The most obvious benefit is the extra money. Even if it is a few hours a week, that additional income can go straight toward paying down your debts. It's a direct and tangible way to accelerate your debt repayment, which leads to a quicker debt payoff. With more income, you can make larger payments on your debts, reducing the principal amount faster. This not only helps in clearing the debt sooner, but also minimizes the overall interest you'll pay. But that's not all. There's other benefits to having a part-time job too. You end up with a diversified income stream. Relying on a single income source can be risky. Having a part-time job diversifies your income streams, offering some financial security. If one source dries up or fluctuates, you still have another to rely on. Then there's the added benefit of skill enhancement and networking. A part-time job might introduce you to new skills or industries, expanding your professional horizons. And not only that, but you might meet new people who could be valuable contacts or mentors in your career journey. This way, you can also work on your discipline and time management. Balancing multiple jobs requires strong time management skills. This experience can improve your discipline and organizational abilities, skills that are invaluable in all aspects of life, including managing finances. And once you're able to do that, there's also reduced reliance on credit on your end. By generating more income, you're less likely to rely on credit cards or loans to cover expenses. This can break the cycle of debt accumulation and create healthier financial habits. Ultimately, a part-time job can significantly boost your financial situation, especially when aiming to pay off debt. It's a proactive step toward achieving your financial goals and building a more secure future. Next up, You need to cut your debt at the source. Cut up those credit cards. Creating new debt each month only perpetuates the cycle of owing money. While credit cards might seem like a safety net, they often contribute to ongoing debt. It's a common misconception that multiple credit cards are necessary for survival. However, relying on them can hinder your ability to manage money independently without accumulating debt. Cutting up those credit cards can break this cycle and empower you to handle finances confidently without leaning on debt. Many have found this step liberating, allowing them to move forward without the burden of ongoing debt. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is going to seem counterproductive. Pause investing. For a quicker debt payoff, consider pausing your contributions to your retirement savings, including your 401k. Now, if you are getting a match from your employer, I recommend dropping down to the minimum contribution you can to still get your full match. This is free money, and we want to make sure we are taking advantage of that. Temporarily directing all income towards paying off debt helps speed up the process. Once the debt is cleared and you've built up an emergency fund, you can resume investing in retirement. At that point, with more available funds, you can potentially allocate even more towards your retirement savings. And think about it. Let's say your investments are bringing in 10% annually. However, your credit card's interest rate is 20%. Then you're literally losing out on money by investing instead of paying off debt. So it just makes a lot more sense to be debt-free as soon as possible, and then focus on investing and building your wealth. And in order to build wealth, you need to realize that there's no point in competing with other people. Quit the comparison game. Comparing lifestyles often leads to overspending and debt. Trying to match others' spending isn't a winning game. It's common for people to live beyond their means. Consider stepping back from social media or setting boundaries with friends and family to focus on your financial goals. Sacrifices now pave the way for a debt-free future. While others might have ongoing loans and bills in the future, your current choices set the stage for a more financially secure life down the road. It's about living differently now to enjoy a more secure future later. And hey, for the things you need, don't shy away from being cheap. Go ahead and cut those coupons. Consider giving couponing a try by looking for deals in newspapers, online, or through coupon or store apps. Shopping for items when they're on sale, coupled with using coupons, can lead to significant savings, expediting your journey out of debt. However, it's important to avoid buying things just because there's a coupon available. Make sure the purchase aligns with your needs to prevent spending on items you wouldn't have bought otherwise. This strategic approach can help you save money without unnecessary expenses. At the start of the video, we talked about how you should budget. But that's only one part of it. Once you've started budgeting, step 2 is to decrease unnecessary expenses and use that money to pay off your debt. Here are some ideas that can help you cut down on your expenses. 1. Cut cable costs. Replace expensive cable with alternatives like an antenna or cable alternatives. Redirect the saved money, like the $100 cable bill, towards paying off debt, accelerating your debt repayment. 2. Limit eating out and plan your meals. While dining out feels great, it's pricier. Opt for home-cooked meals. Keep it simple and invite friends over for gatherings, like taco nights, instead of restaurant outings. Plan meals to manage food expenses effectively, similar to budgeting for finances. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Choose budget-friendly meals, use existing ingredients, and plan for leftovers. 4. Make your own coffee at home. Skip expensive coffee shops and brew at home. This small change in your routine can significantly boost savings. Say goodbye to pricey daily caffeine fixes. 5. Go to libraries. Don't overlook libraries. Access books, ebooks, and audiobooks for free. You'd be surprised how much you unknowingly spend on these services. Speaking of cutting back, take a look at those costly entertainment sources like movies, streaming services, and sports. Embrace cheaper options like board games, home movies, and outdoor activities for entertainment without overspending. Because those Netflix prices, they're breaking the bank whether you know it or not. 6. Have budget-friendly hobbies. If you are trying to pay off debt, expensive hobbies might need a pause. Redirect funds from pricey hobbies towards debt repayment temporarily. And lastly, 7. Gym membership. Exercise without the expense. Run outside or use free workout videos online. Save gym membership money and allocate it directly to becoming debt-free. You see, everything we talked about today isn't just about getting out of debt. It's about staying out of debt too, because these habits will help you get out of debt, and embracing some of them, such as cutting down unnecessary costs, will help you stay out of debt as well. So, what's the gist of everything we just talked about? Well, it's quite simple. Start with a budget. Assign every dollar. Tracking expenses reveals where to cut back. Consider starting a side business or getting a part-time job to pay off debt faster. Manage your debt source and cut up credit cards to break the debt cycle. Focus on debt repayment if their interest rates surpass investment returns. Avoid comparison. Comparing lifestyles can lead to overspending. Focus on personal financial goals, setting boundaries with spending. And by setting up boundaries, sometimes you've got to embrace living frugally. Embrace couponing, cut cable, limit dining out, meal plan, brew coffee at home, use library resources, and opt for budget-friendly entertainment to save money. And of course, the big secret: maintain good habits. These steps aren't just about getting out of debt. They'll also help you become a better disciplined human being in the long run too. But what do you think? Do you have any tips on how to get out of debt? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video on getting out of debt. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more personal finance and investing related content. Here's to becoming rich and financially free.